So it's Monday and getting a late start today. This is what we finished yesterday. So we gotta finish painting in here, cleaning some of the stuff up, but it already looks a ton better. So cleaning up these parts is real time consuming, but the stuff that we had soaking overnight, there's like one of the caps in there. I'm taking them out, rinsing them over here in the sink, cleaning them up with that brush. Then when they're all wet, I blow them off with the compressor, you know, with the air nozzle. Then spray with a little WD-40. And wrap it up. Just end up with pieces like this. I had to overnight some parts. Should be here tomorrow, so keep cleaning. Cleaning takes forever, but it's got to be done. Almost done with the push rods. They're all rusty, left these soaking overnight. And started soaking this head. When I'm done with this, I'll pour this into here, and hopefully I could at least rebuild this head today, and hopefully the crank too. That would be nice. it's already late, but the block is degreased, pressure washed, sprayed it down with WD-40. I'm gonna wrap it. Hopefully tomorrow those parts that I overnighted will arrive, and then we'll hone this and polish the crank, get everything ready to start assembly. I have been trying to like recycle and reuse the degreaser. I mean, even though it's dirty, it still works. And that's all I have left. And we're trying to do this on the cheap. So unless I need to, I don't really want to use that. And you can dilute it with water. Like you could put some water in there and I mean, it doesn't rust the parts. And it still does a good job cleaning. So I'm saving this. I might need it for the valves when I take them off. Maybe put them in here and clean them. So we're working on the passenger side head. There's the passenger side valve cover. We're gonna let this soak. I got all the hardware cleaned. Right now it's sitting here. I sprayed it all with WD-40. These are, I think, for the heads, the cam retainer, the fuel pump pulley that goes on the snout of the cam. So it's like offset. And then, you know, when it comes around, it pumps the fuel pump. The Chevys have it on the cam, but I guess the Fords have that piece. All this hardware that I don't know what it goes to. I mean, these little ones look like they're for maybe the valve covers or the intake. You know, these Fords, these FEs are weird. It cover actually goes half on the head and then half on the intake manifold. So they're a little funky in that regard. So this is all cleaned. This is all cleaned. This, I'm gonna finish this tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm also gonna work on this, polish that, clean that up. I still gotta take off the rings, clean the pistons, do the rocker arm shaft for the driver side, clean this adapter for the oil pump. So every time you do an engine rebuild, there's just so much to clean. The assembly is the rewarding part, but you want to have a good assembly and good engine, you got to do all the prep work. So that's where we're at. That's pretty much what I did all day today. Just clean and degrease, spray with WD-40 and wrap it so it doesn't rust by the time we get to it. This is pretty much it. Wrapping up day 2, and we'll hit it again in the morning. Or I took apart one of the rocker arm assemblies. This shaft here actually has some rough spots where I had to like bang it up against the workbench to get some of these off. So I'm gonna polish it and put it back together. I do gotta replace the cotter pin on the other side because it broke, but I think I might as well replace this one too. Just bending those tabs back, they just completely broke off. So I gotta make a run in the morning. We're ending day 2 here. I might just finish this before I call it a night. So once the rocker arm shaft is taken apart and you got all your pieces organized so you can put it back together, get some 400 grit sandpaper, some PB Blaster or WD-40 or whatever you got, wrap this around it, and then, you know, do what you got to do to clean it. But when the whole thing's clean and smooth, then you can assemble it, clean out all of these parts too, and you're good to go. Continue on assembly. Alright, so it's 10 p.m. day 2. There's the passenger side head. Got it all pressure washed and clean. I'm gonna rebuild that tomorrow, take that apart, change the valve seals, lap the valves. This is a rocker arm shaft for it. I just finished assembling it. Well, that's the day 2.